100% attack speed bonus, passive, global map rotation capabilities, best split pusher in the game, and an amazing god to box with? Hello, hobos and oblas. Today we'll be talking about Apollo, Greek god of music. I'll be breaking down his ability kit to its entirety, all the bits, tricks, and things that make him tick. Apollo is a part of the Hunter class in Smite, so he deals physical damage. And being a part of that class, giving him passive increased auto attack damage scaling, maxing out at an extra 10% auto scaling at 20th level. Apollo is typically played within the carry role, with his passive massively boosting his own attack speed. It provides heavy incentive into building attack speed.
Another performance already. I guess they can't get enough of me.
Apollo's passive is called Audacity. After 10 successful basic attacks, Apollo gains Audacity, increasing his attack speed by 100% for the next 5 basic attacks he makes. Apollo also gains 1 stack of Audacity for each successful damaging ability on enemy gods. This allows Apollo strong pacing as he boxes his enemy laner throughout the laning phase, and helps him outbox his opponent primarily in the early levels, since everyone just has less attack speed. A special interaction with his third ability makes a reliable way to get his passive extremely quickly as well, which we'll touch on when we get to his third ability.
Me.
Now onto Apollo's first ability, which is called So Beautiful. Apollo strums a single chord on his lyre. It's so beautiful it hurts. Apollo sends out a sound wave of music in front of him, damaging all enemies in a line in front of Apollo. The max damage of these magical notes do 330 base damage plus 65% of your physical power. This is Apollo's main wave clear, and it is a nice ability to simply throw out at any time, as it does good, strong poke damage. Apollo's second ability is called Serenade. Apollo uses his amazing voice to mesmerize all nearby enemies and bolster himself with additional physical protections. Any damage done breaks the effect of the Mesmerize max duration is 2.3 seconds, and the maximum physical protections you gain is 30 physical protections, lasting for 5 seconds. The Mesmerize itself may seem nice, an easy stun on a target, but if the target is damaged in any way, they immediately wake up, making the main benefit from this ability actually the physical protections, as 30 is a lot and will reduce a lot of damage while you fight whoever you are stunning with your Mesmerize.
Woo!
Apollo's third ability is called the Moves. Apollo slides forward, straight ahead on his knees, dealing damage to every enemy he slides into, knocking them all aside and adding a stack of Audacity for each enemy hit. At the end of the slide, the movement speed is reduced for enemies and increased for himself and allies. The max damage of this ability does 250 base damage plus 60% of your physical power. Using this ability through a wave makes it very easy to charge your passive super quickly. So if you have the opportunity, it may provide a lot of pressure, since you're damaging both the wave and you're rushing forward to fight your enemy and pressure them away from the wave, all while quickly getting your passive so you have double the attack speed to fire at your enemy.
Woo!
Apollo's fourth and final ability is his ultimate. It is called Across the Sky. Apollo rides his chariot across the sky, choosing whenever and wherever to land, dealing damage in a small circle every 0.2 seconds for 0.8 seconds as he lands. Enemies hit by the last tick of the landing damage will also be knocked up. The max damage of a single tick does 170 base damage plus 25% of your physical power. Whatever you do, don't use this coming back to lane. This is not Jingwei's passive. This is your ultimate. it has a lot more benefits than just getting back to lane. It does a ton of damage, doing almost 700 just with base damage, and not to mention the knockup as you land, allowing you to auto your target for free, or get an ability off for free. This ability helps him be one of the best split pushers in the game as well, allowing him to push a lane. Then if an enemy shows up to stop him, he can just ult and fly away and either quickly join the rest of his team across the map, or just get away safely for free. Or, I guess not for free, but with his ultimate. He's one of the safest hunters for split pushing simply because of his ultimate. That was Apollo's entire kit, so now I will get into some useful tips to help you excel at Apollo, as well as how you should be playing him in general to maximize his usefulness.
That'll come in handy.
Apollo builds like a auto attack hunter. So you want to build as much auto attack speed as you can, so you can get the most out of his passive, boosting his attack speed as much as you can. A good example build for this patch is start with Death Toll into a Spiked Gauntlet and get Golden Gooseberries. Then, in order, build into Devourer's Gauntlet, the Executioner, Kin Size, Dominance, Silver Branch Bow, and then when you reach level 20, upgrade your starter to Death's Temper, and lastly, upgrade the Executioners to the Ferocious Executioner. And relics are pretty easy for squishies, just going beads, then Aegis every game to try to keep yourself as safe as possible for as long as possible.
Clearly the people demand an encore.
Apollo's strong point is mid to late game, as he begins to get all of his items and his scaling with Silver Branch, giving him a ton of power due to his auto attack speed bonus. So on top of doubling your attack speed, you're now getting more power when your attack speed is doubled. And you should be reaching max stacks with Silver Branch, so you're effectively getting 105 power with your passive stacked as Apollo. You'll be really doing damage come late game, but you need...
Yeah, I like that.
Out of any hunter, Apollo might have one of the stronger early games, if not one of the strongest out of all of the hunters, with his 100% bonus attack speed helping him a lot in the early game, as that's just 5 more quicker autos to clear the wave or shoot at any enemy. And that is important early game until both of the carries may reach near max attack speed. You'll be able to just give out more autos than your opponent whenever your passive is stacked. Do keep in mind that you're the carry, so your main focus should be farming to late game and not getting behind specifically. So you don't want to be apprehensive to take engagements, but try to fight and see how much more damage you can do than your laning opponent while your passive is stacked. Just how many more autos you can throw out than your opponent. If you manage to get kills, that's even better, having some sort of lead heading into team fights.
My fans are waiting.
To get the most out of Apollo, you don't actually want to start the team fight with your team. You want to be split pushing, and if the team starts a fight or an enemy shows up to you whenever, you can then rotate to your team quickly with your ultimate, and have either a 4v5 or a free objective, depending on how many people rotate to you to stop you from split pushing. During the team fight, you want to stay close enough to hold left click, just saving most of your other abilities to peel yourself in some way, as later into the game, your auto attacks will just do more damage than your abilities.
In this battle, off we go!
Scales with physical attacks. Auto attacks are highly damaging, as physical characters scale by 100% of their physical power to their auto attacks. To explain what an auto attack cancel is, when auto attacking, there are specific phases to an auto attack. Apollo's auto attacks have a almost immediate action phase, where the projectile comes out from the character, and a super long recovery phase to prepare for the next auto. Auto attack canceling is specifically beneficial to Apollo's kit, as with that long recovery phase, if he's able to cancel, he can shorten the recovery and get more damage off, weaving your abilities in the process, allowing you to build your passive quicker, even quicker than someone else might. To auto attack correctly, the best time to auto attack cancel is right after the projectile comes out from your character. You can get a feel for this by looking straight down, just within the practice range from the character, and closely watching when the auto attack comes out from the character, and just as it spawns, that's when you're able to use your ability to cancel. It helps as well to turn your abilities to instacast, just to get that immediate ability cast off as soon as the auto comes out.
They can't stop me!
Playing Apollo, you want to level your main clear ability first, as you want to farm. And your first ability will help you do that the best, starting off at 90 base damage, then getting your 3 at level 2, or your third ability at level 2, then at level 3, I like to put 2 points into his first ability, So Beautiful, to help him clear. Just continue to clear. And after putting 1 point into your ultimate at level 5, leveling your main clear, So Beautiful, your first ability, then your Serenade, his second ability, then the moves, his third ability, putting points into his ultimate whenever those points become available.
Ladies, feast your eyes on the total package.
So to look at what a full rotation of what your abilities can look like is this. His only real combo of his abilities that lets him secure all of his abilities on a single target. This also requires, keep in mind, for you to be in close enough range to start the combo. It's quite nice to use after your ultimate, as you'll already be in close range of your target. But if you're not, it's fine. But starting out in close range, start out with your 2 to mesmerize them, then auto attack cancel into your 1, then auto attack cancel into your dash.
That'll up this performance.
Apollo is one of the most rhythmic gods with a lot to learn. And if you choose to be the master of music and learn Apollo, may even your enemies sing your praise. I wish you luck on the stage, you performer, so you may take your rightful place among the gods and become the best god you can